Hi, it's Kelly from Kel's Creations, and today we're going to make a little chick cream egg cosy. And this cream egg's been in the freezer so that we don't melt it when we're trying our cosy on and off. I've just put it on a bottle top so it doesn't roll away. All we need is the 3.25mm hook. This is a clover hook, a small amount of yellow yarn, a little bit of black and a little bit of brown. We're going to start with a magic ring, and I like to do it where I wrap it over my finger twice, putting that thread to that side, hold it with my finger at the back, and we're going to start with the wings because we can join as we go. It makes it much easier later. So we're going to go under the two threads, pull the other thread through, twist it, take the thread at the back and pull it through. Pull that tight, and that secures our magic ring. And then I like to place it on my fingers, it just makes it a little bit easier. We're going to do 6 double crochet into our magic ring. There. So we've got, if we have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to pull it tight. Now with this magic ring, we pull the tail a little way. And you can see that this loop tightened up. So we're going to now pull this loop until our ring closes. And then if we pull on the tail, it will secure our ring. So we've got a nice tight ring that won't come undone. So now we're going to go into the first stitch of our ring, and we're going to do 2 double crochets. I'm holding my thread along with it because then I won't need to sew it in later. So I'm going to go around it. So that's 2 in there. So I'm doing 2 in each stitch. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we can see our last stitch, 11, 12. Now just give a little tug on that to make sure it's not loose. I'm going to trim it off because we don't need that now. And what we're going to do for our wing is we're going to fold it in half. I'm going to crochet through both layers. So you might have to miss the first stitch. I'm going to the next one. Actually pull it nice and tight so you don't end up with messy stitches. And we're going to do 2 into that first hole. Like this. And I'm going to do 1 into the next hole. Like you would if you were doing another row on your circle or another round. So it's 2 into this one again, and then 1, and then in the last we've got 3 stitches left, but we'll just go into those 2 and do 2 double crochets. So we have a nice little wing. I'm going to trim that off. I'll just quickly sew the end in, and you're going to make 2 of these. I've already made one to make it a bit quicker. You're going to need to make 2. So I've now got 2 little wings for my chicken. Put them over there, and now we're going to do the main body. So we're going to do our magic ring again, wrapping it around our fingers twice. Under the first 2, pull it through, twist it, spin over to the back and get that thread. And then, I don't really need to untwist this, I just like to. Let's put our fingers in to secure it, and we're going to do our 6 double crochet into our ring again. There we go. So we've got 6 double crochet again, so I'm going to tighten it up in the same way as I did last time. Pull that one nice and tight, then pull the tail, and again I'm going to work over that thread. So back into the first stitch, pull your thread through. I'm going to do 2 in each stitch again, just like we did for the wing. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, 10, 11, 12. So again, we can cut, just give that tail a little tug, and we can cut that off now and get rid of that. Right, so now we don't want it to lie, it's a flat circle. We want to shape it over our egg. So for this row, we're just going to go round and do 1 double crochet into each double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 6. Okay, so I've done those 12 double crochets into my previous round, and it's starting to bow slightly, so it fits nicely onto my egg. So this time we're going to do the next row as though we would be doing the 3rd row of a circle. So we're going to do 2 double crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to do a double crochet into the next stitch, and we're going to do about 6 times. So that's 2 more double crochet and 1, and then we're going to do 2 again and 1. That's 3 times, and another 2. So this is the 4th set, and another 2. That's the 5th set, and we just need to do that 1 more time. So we've got that lovely little shape starting to show. So this time we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch around again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So at this point you should have 18 stitches. So if I get the egg, I can show you that it's just a lovely shape for the egg. It just fits lovely. You can see why I put the egg in the freezer now. Right, so our next round, we're going to do 2 double crochet into the first one, and then 1 double crochet into the following 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's another double, 7, 8, so I've got 2 again, 9, 10, 1, 2 singles, 11, 12, another double, 13, 14, and a single, 15, another single, 16, 2 more in there, that's 18, 19, 20, and the last double, 21, 22, and then 2 singles. So that's 24 stitches around now. So it's looking lovely, is the shape. So at this point, we're going to attach the wings to the body. So we're going to double crochet 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to get our wing and we're going to turn it. we want it to sit this way on our chicken. Because obviously this is our chicken upside down. If I turn him round, we want our wing to sit like this. So we're going to put him how we want him, flip him. I don't know why the wing's a boy. And we're going to push through the wing. Oops. I'll do that again because that wasn't very clear. Push through the wing and into our next stitch and do a double crochet, and then through the last stitch of the wing and into our chick body, do a double crochet, and then we're going to continue and double crochet. But when you've done and you fold your wing down, it's lovely, and no sewing, bonus. So we've done one wing, so now we're going to double crochet 9. So that's 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then we're going to get our other wing, which obviously wants to be the opposite of that one. So we're going to fold him back. See, all the wings are boys. This time we're going to go through the end stitch first. Let's see if we can get both loops, because it's the opposite way around. Through the next stitch on our body, and then we're going to go through the next bit, oops, of our wing. So I'm going through there. There's not really a proper hole, but we can push it through, and through our next stitch, and then we're going to continue, that's that stitch, around the back. Now we don't really need to count how many we go to the back now, because we're going to do a few rows of double crochet in a minute. So I'm going to stop there. Let's fetch our egg. And as you can see, at the moment it looks a little bit like Biggles. So we have the top of an egg with some wings. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to embroider out our beak on. So I've got some brown thread, and it's easiest to do it at this point because later on it's going to be a lot longer and smaller, so it's just easier to get to where you need to do that. I'm just going to secure that on the back so that it doesn't come out, and a nice point at the bottom. So I'm just going to count in from my wing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that is the middle. But I think I'd rather my point be down here. So now I'm going to create a beak by sewing through the stitches at the side. Just pull that in a little bit. So we just keep going until we fill the gaps now. Putting it through the middle of stitches. Make sure you don't catch your loop. That's usually my favourite to do that. I'll do one at the other side. You might not want to go all the way down because it does end up a bit bulky at the bottom and it takes away from the shape. So that's not looking too bad already. So I can get through this one so I can get another one at this side. Oops, told you I catch that all the time. Right, we're just going to go through there. And then you don't have to, but you can do a little stitch across the top, and that's our little beak. So I'm just going to fasten off this thread. Do it both ways just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Alright, we'll trim that one off. And we need the black to create the eyes. So just thread that one through. Oops, That's my other favourite trick. Quite frustrating. Thread that through some stitches at the back. And then we're going to go back the other way. I'm being careful because you don't want the black, you definitely don't want this to show up on the front. So it just spoils your work. So I'm going to put one eye at this side of the beak where I've just got my thread. And ooh, let's have a look. I think I'd like it to be there. And then I'm just going to go up to the next stitch above lock. And I usually do around about three stitches, especially with double knit. That's usually enough. And I'm going to pass it back to the other side. Oops. And do exactly the same at the other side. So make sure it's in the same place. And going through to the next stitch. And do 3 at this side. There we go. And then we're just going to finish this off. So our chick has now got a cute little face. So we're going to carry on with our crocheting. So we're now going to double crochet until we've got 14 rows in all. So we'll just keep going around and around. Put that wing out the way while we go past it. And all we do, this is the beauty of attaching your wings in this way. Just crochet around. And then when you've finished, we'll pull him down. Okay, so now I've done my 14 rows. I've finished in the middle at the back. I'm just going to wriggle my wings a bit so they stay a little bit more pointing down. Now, if we get the egg, you could stop at this point. Fits the egg lovely. But I like to do another row, just decreasing slightly, just to hold that egg in place. It's not going to fall out, but and it also helps it stand up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a normal decrease. So I like to use the invisible increase. So instead of double crocheting 2 together, we go through the top loop of the first one, my top loop of the second one, pull our thread through and finish the stitch. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets. And then another decrease, so through the top loop, front loop of those 2, pull it through, and then 2 more double crochets. Gives a lovely neat finish, and it's less bulky than if you double crochet 2 together. So we're ready for another decrease, I apologise, and then 2 double crochets. Another decrease and 2 double crochets, another one, and then we'll only have one more to do to get us back round to the back. So just one more, and then my last stitch I'm going to do a slip stitch. Oops. And then trim it off. And I'm going to sew my end in. Ooh. Would help if I could thread the needle. And sew my end in to give a nice invisible end. I like to think that this stitch is above this one, so I'll go through under the next V, pull it back down through there, like that. And it gives that nice neat finish. And then you can just finish it off inside by threading it under some of the stitches and trim it off. So now you've got a cute little chick all ready for Easter, and it's a little bit tighter now to get the egg in, but He fits lovely and he stands up better too. So here he is, all ready for Easter. Thank you for watching.